Are you home again?
Yeah, I'm at home right now. I brought my good computer up here, so I didn't have to travel so far to just get online. But we'd like to welcome you all to our hangout, our Resolve and Succeed hangout that we've been doing for the last 6 months or so. It's been a great ride, and we've been having successes. In fact, we've been moving along and growing up together. We have a great panel of people that join us every week, especially these two beautiful women here with
Thank you.
Lucinda and Sharon. And it's so great to have people that's dedicated to their own success as well as contributing to others. So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys being here on
Thank
time,
you.
every time. But it's for our own improvement, for our own you know our own goals that we have for ourselves. So um updates. What's our updates? Anybody have updates they wanted to announce right now? Anybody have any updates that they know about that I don't know? Because I'm not too updated with HTA. So any updates there? Did you guys hang out and get you guys I know we got our what is that, our landing pages from them? VJ pages?
Yeah, VJ Funnels. It's coming out. They only selected a few people in their group to beta test it this week. And as of Monday, the people that signed up for it, then they're going to bring it out. And it was interesting timing because that same day I had gone in and decided to send some newsletters out to my original list that's just been sitting there. I've sent stuff to them for the summit, and but I haven't sent anything. Oh, good morning, Garen. Haven't sent anything for Project Breakthrough. So I was going to do that, but I decided to hold off on that since VJ Funnels is coming out and use that 125 people that I have to send emails
Wow,
to the
awesome,
VJ
awesome,
Funnels
awesome.
because I don't have, we have to run our own traffic, and that's the only thing I have right now. So
That's awesome. Thank you for that. And for the VJ funnels, that's some kind of beta testing. Before we move on, we can welcome Garen. Hi, Garen. How's it going, brother? And what we're doing is we're just announcing some updates of what we know with HTA and anything else that you have to update us with. We're already online. The broadcast is live, and We started on time, and we're going to finish at 7 o'clock my time. I'm flying to Oahu today, and I'm doing a concert at a beach park for Gabby Pahinui. So I need to hit the airplane sometime about 9 o'clock this morning.
wow, exciting morning.
Yeah,
The the other
vacation.
thing the other thing about the VJ funnels is if you signed up for the $27, you're grandfathered in for that. But if not, as of once it comes out on Monday, the price goes up to $47 for elites and 197 each for non-elites. So if somebody hasn't purchased them, you have till Monday to get in at $27.
Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I know that most of us, if not all of us, we paid our $27 to at least hold our spot back in March, I guess, February.
Right.
Hey, Garen, you have any updates you wanted to announce that we don't know about in regards to anything, actually?
Well, I watched the champion number 10 with Vic, and he was
Yeah.
going into how to resurrect your list. And
Yeah.
if you haven't watched it, I thought it was exceptionally good and very clear with a lot of questions here. Um, but he went very deeply into why people are failing and uh, how to improve your open rates a lot. It was I found it very informative. glancing through here. Learning to become, I think the biggest thing that I did learn from Bob Proctor quite some time ago is, people sometimes lack confidence in themselves because they don't really know the subjects very well. And going and practicing and just keep practice, and then all of a sudden it's going to start becoming automatic and you'll just flow with it. So anybody who didn't see it, I definitely recommend that it's worthwhile.
Thank you so much, Lucinda. I appreciate that. All right. Hey, how you doing, Garen?
Kind of looks like maybe Garen's frozen. Oh, no,
Yeah.
he's gone. Yeah. Just speaking to what Vic said on the champion webinar,
Yeah.
I totally agree. It was fascinating. He gave 5 rules of how you can re-engage your list. And as soon as I heard that, JJ, I thought about you because you have such a huge list. And I thought if you implemented some of these strategies that he talked about, I think it would be really beneficial for you.
It sounds good. I'm gonna go and review that replay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I found that list is pretty much real people. As I emailed them through another mailing service, and I watched the stats on it. I see responses and open rates. So it's something good to follow up. I'm gonna be receiving leads from that um, funnel until July. So, and it's still coming in every day.
So
So
have you been able to turn that list and start making some money off of it?
no, not yet. No,
No.
no, I gotta work on it. So, but like I said, I've sent some emails to it and I've gotten some open rates, but I haven't had any conversions. But I've had some open rates on it, and I've had a couple some clicks on the links also, but no conversions yet. So I'm having some responses from it. I just need to maybe check out that champion series and see what else he would recommend. But yeah, and also too, I haven't really put that much time into it, so that's the reason why I haven't gotten back that much back. I just gotta just time management as far as my side to work on that list.
Um, One of the things that I was doing this week because I was writing those newsletters and stuff, I have Get Response, and I went into the statistics, which I haven't ever done before, and you guys probably already know this, but I didn't know that this was there. But I went back and I was able to look at all of my emails that I had set up for the summit and also for Project Breakthrough, and be able to see how many people opened them, how many people clicked on them, and I didn't even know that that information was there. And so I was like totally shocked because I was so tickled because I could go in and see which headlines, got the most action and which ones did not, especially for the summit. And I was getting anywhere from 5 to almost 10% open rate on my email, well, my newsletters that I sent out.
Oh, cool.
So I thought, I think that's a decent open rate as far as, because didn't Vic say it's only usually 2 to 3% open rate?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, and then I was watching another webinar this week from somebody else, and they were talking about their lists and how you should go in, and when you see people that have clicked on your list, you need to take them off that list and put them into a new list. And actually, I think that was one of the things Vic said, now that I think about it. But take them off that list, put them in a new list, because once they've clicked and they've seen your stuff, then you talk to them in a different manner than you do people that haven't clicked at all, you know.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Vic said in the champion thing was that in keeping track of the people that have not clicked or opened on your emails, you can send out the exact same email to them again, but just change the title. And because they haven't clicked on it, so they don't know you're sending them the same thing. So I thought that was interesting too, because this whole email thing is, you know, like a foreign language to me. I'm learning it, but I was really happy to learn about the statistics, being able to see the breakdown, and then you know, getting that information from Vic. So I wanted to pass that on to others in case there's somebody else that didn't know about it. But go in and get response and click on statistics, bring up your campaign, and then it'll break down each email that you did, and it shows a comparison and everything. So it's pretty cool.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that as well. As well. Can you hear me?
You're breaking up.
Breaking up, huh?
Keep on going, man. We can hear you now.
Oh,
There you go.
I'll, that,
We can hear your background, but your talking is breaking up.
my talking is breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you're all
Yeah, I
right.
think.
Now you're all right.
Okay. Okay. Cool. No, Vic said that too about how to send things out to your list that haven't been opened, and I'm familiar with that and get response how to find that information and resend those emails out to them. But that was cool, changing the type, the subject line. It's a good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did catch what you guys were saying about the VJ funnel. So that's going to be pretty cool thing to roll out. I have one of the funnels, so I'll be running traffic to that and see what happens. But I think they said it was Google compliant, so I'll submit that so I can run some video ads to that.
Awesome. Awesome, brother. So
Yeah,
you
it
go.
sounds like you're off to a good trip, huh? Shortly at 9 o'clock, you're leaving
Yeah, yeah.
in about
I'm set to go and participate in an annual concert that they have
for
Gab,
Gabby.
yeah, Gabby. But his son Cyril is the one that puts it on. But he's
He's
not.
been ill or something.
Cyril's ill. So. But it's cool. This is the ninth
Yeah.
annual, and I've gone to about 6 of them. Not bad. Should be
That
fun.
sounds great. Yeah,
Um,
fun, bro.
so in regards to like, I know that Sharon, I know that you said you had the Facebook training. Darren said he has that same Facebook training, I believe. And then also, you guys have the opt-ins. Um, give us some feedback on some of what's happening and how you guys like it or not.
Yeah, Aaron.
You're muted out still, Sharon.
Sorry. I haven't looked at the Facebook training yet, and I'm only on video 3 for the Insta opt-ins. So Garen has a better reach on that because he's gone through both of them and has been working. So take it, Garen.
Okay, so I've been really diving into Facebook training. Last week I realized that I didn't have the opportunity to use V-roll in for my YouTube ads. Hey, welcome. The opportunity to do that, but V-roll has training on Facebook ads. I started diving into that, some basic stuff, and then going back to Katie's course. And then I've been getting most of my information from, I mentioned last week, Keith Krantz, Dominate Web Media. They have a podcast called Perpetual Traffic, and it's him and his partner Ralph Burns and a woman named Molly Pittman, who is the traffic person for Ryan Dice's digital marketer. And they get on and they discuss it for half an hour, and they got Facebook advertising. So I've been getting all my information for that. So maybe what I think would be best, maybe most helpful for you, if I describe what I've been up to and the strategy that I'm looking to do with this Facebook advertising. Would that be okay with you guys?
That'd be great.
Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
So as I'm looking into Facebook advertising, again, last week I said Facebook went public. And so they're making this advertising platform for the advertisers because that's how they make their money for the shareholders. And they've really made this platform really incredible. And people like Keith Krantz, Ralph Burns, and Molly Pittman are right on the edge of Facebook advertising, and they know what's going on. So they're sharing ideas about these crazy tools that they have for the advertisers. So it really woke me up like, oh man, I gotta get into this. So I started studying. So basically, I've got my business manager set up, the Power Editor in Facebook. I've got my Facebook pixels on my landing pages and on my thank you pages. Why? Because I'll explain what they have and how to do this. And kind of one way to, another way of not having people open up my but communicate with them. So some of the things that Facebook has that I didn't know, they have something called custom audiences, right? So I can send people to the landing page, and because of the pixel, people that hit the landing page automatically go into a custom audience. With that custom audience, I can go back and retarget them with another type of advertising. Okay? They also have something called flexible targeting in their interests, their audiences. So now they have a thing when in interest is a target group, your target audience, okay, in interest. So now they have with the flexible targeting, they have a feature where you include end into equation. So let's say, I'll tell you my avatar, part of my avatar. The avatar is the male, 35 to 55 years old, into personal development and into online marketing. So with Facebook targeting, you can choose an interest like Ryan Dice, which has 700, I think, to 800,000 likes on his page as an audience, a lot. And I can choose somebody like Bob Proctor for the personal development. So in my ad set, in the interest, I can say, run this ad to people that like Ryan Dice and like Bob Proctor. So you see that? It gets targeted. Very specific. Very specific. Then they have something called lookalike audience, where I can take a custom audience or I can upload my list from my get response and create a custom audience. And I can run a lookalike audience or create a lookalike audience that is like the people that landed on my landing page. And you can do something like 1% of the people in the United States that are like the people that landed on my landing page. And Facebook has algorithms, data, go out and find that people. So it made me think like, wow, this is really powerful. And then the next thing I found out was their top marketing person, I don't remember his name, but he said in 2017, Facebook is going to be all about video. So, I've been up into this video advertising. So this is what I'm doing. Here's the strategy. I send people to my landing page, Project Breakthrough landing advertising. I'll tell you what I've been doing with that, preparing that. So I'm sending people to the landing page and see who goes to the thank you page. I'm building custom audiences automatically with people even if they don't opt in. That I can go back and serve retargeting ads for them, which is much less. It becomes less. You pay less. I mean, Josh has told us that you retarget every campaign that you run, so it's easy to do because I'm building up all these audiences, right? And that the targeting is very specific, right? So other people I'm looking at are, for example, in interest group. I've looked at, and I've just put a spreadsheet in audiences because the audience size is very critical. There's a sweet spot that they say that your audience group anywhere 5,000 to 2 million people in your audience is good. It gets the algorithms going. Less than that, and it's not working for you. More than that, it may be too big.
I'm sorry.
But they said the sweet.
Garen?
Yes.
The target audience amount that was the sweet spot because your sound went back.
Okay. So the sweet spot is about 1 million people to 1.5 million people. Okay. So when, for example, let's run this Ryan Dice, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor has, I forget the numbers on that, but in the United States, Ryan Dice has an interest audience of 700 to 800,000 people. Okay, so if I combine Bob Proctor and he's got 300,000 interest, that brings me up to 1.1 million to 1.1 million audience size. So that puts me into the sweet spot. So that's how I'm looking at kind of creating my interest group. So other people, for example, in the online marketing, I've looked at Eben Pagan, Frank Kern, and then on the other side, I threw in Darren Hardy's Success Magazine, because these are all interests. And what's cool about it is Facebook's got these really good tools to really find out interest group. So part of the thing I know from studying what the biggest mistakes people are making on their Facebook advertising, why the Facebook advertising is not working. So I'm very conscious now of not to make those mistakes as I'm going into my Facebook video advertising. So I've got everything set up. I did my research on my interests, and now the video ad. And I shot videos yesterday for my video ad, and this is what I'm going to do with my video ad. I'm shooting a live piece of me introducing a couple of snippet points of day one of Project Breakthrough. And then I close out with a live video with me saying, hey, if you enjoyed this, go to my onlinebizplan.com, watch my whole review of Project Breakthrough there, okay, and more. But really short, I'm trying to look at it 3 minutes. I've got the PowerPoint down to 2 minutes. And I have a front piece where it's live, and then I close it out with a call to action. So maybe this is a good point where I explain one of the biggest mistakes they make in Facebook is that they take it like a direct response advertising. The way that Keith Krantz states is you've got to cross conversational, like your friend, like I'm talking to you right now. Because here's the thing, and when he described it to me, I understood what he was saying. So imagine now you're on your news feed in Facebook. You're scrolling down your news feed, and you see something that says sponsor, right? That's an ad. News feed. It says sponsored. He says most people goes up when they see sponsored. So the idea is with your message is to bring down that guard. So how do you bring that guard down? It's by being conversational. So I'll tell you what my ad copy is, or roughly what my ad copy is. I just wrote it out yesterday. It's something like, I have it on my phone. But the idea then is to conversational, right? So as you know, my review, I cover what Project Breakthrough is, who created it, why it was created, how the training's laid out, who's it for. So there's a lot of value there that can deliver. Just a moment, I'll focus on this. Any questions up to this point?
Yeah, we couldn't hear what you said your ad copy was. You were breaking up, so we couldn't hear what you said your ad copy was.
No, I'm going to read it to you.
If you're reading it, we can't hear you, Darren.
No, I'm looking for it now. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Here it is. I recently did a review of an online marketing training series called Project Breakthrough. Project Breakthrough, a 14-day training series, teaches how to generate income and build an online business in 14 days. In this video, I share a couple of snippets from Project Breakthrough Day 1, how to build an online business. So then on my video, the entry is in this video you learn 2 key concepts and 7 steps, the 7 steps for building a business online. These are a couple of snippets from my full review of Project Breakthrough, how to build business online. Then I've been looking at Camtasia because it's my video tool. So I've been studying that too, so I can piece different types of videos together and then have smooth transitions. So now it transitions into PowerPoint, which has the 2 key concepts. One is the game, the other the outer game. The first one is 80 to 90% of attitude, right? The second one is the outer game is success is doing certain things in a certain way. Then I do a quick, building a business is like building a house. You know, if you're going to build a house, I go through that metaphor. That's in day 1. And then I go through the 7 steps. It's on a PowerPoint. It's on the screen. And I just talk what the 7 steps are. And then I transition off of that to come live and say, hey, welcome back. If you like this, then I invite you to go to myonlinebizplan.com. There I have the full review of Project Breakthrough. In it I cover, you know, what Project Breakthrough is, who created it and why, how the training is laid out and delivered, who Project Breakthrough, and you get the full review of day 1 plus day 4, which is creating a custom campaign blueprint, and day 7, which is building your custom video. So go ahead and check it out now. Go over there to my online biz plan, and I'll chat soon. That's my video, okay? So I'm going to run some campaigns to my landing page and build custom audiences that I can go back and retarget. So here's the strategy. Check this out. So also I checked Damon John. See, because part of finding our avatar, maybe I'll post the questions that these guys have to find your ideal client. One of them is, who are the authority figures in your niche? Well, online marketing, Ryan Dice, Evan Pagan, Frank Kern, right? What do these people? What magazines do they read? Success Magazine, Darren Hardy, right? So you find your avatar, and then also like what TV shows they watch. Shark Tank, Damon John, and all of a sudden I can comment. So here's the strategy. Here's my strategy. I run custom audiences to Damon, or ads, video ads about Project Breakthrough to Damon John and Ryan Dice. Or Shark Tank I can run alone because it has 1 to 1.5 million likes. Shark Tank. And custom audience, I know who people that Shark ad. Who's HTA? Hey, guess what? Damon John is speaking at the HTA Summit. Here's the link. You see
We can't hear you, Garen.
the picture? So it becomes this very, very powerful machine. You know, that's it is.
Hey, Garen, you're breaking up more now than before.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, I think he got some great stuff going, and he's very focused and working on it. That's awesome. Appreciate his report though, and the the mindset behind it and the efforts that he's sharing with us regarding Facebook, because that's the same thing that I'm learning with my Facebook training. It's great though. He's got it down. Hi Renee, how you doing? And Mike, aloha guys. Aloha. Any updates? Any updates?
I'm sorry, what?
Any update that you want?
What's up? What's up? How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm at home for a change.
Yeah, awesome.
I made it home.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been having trouble with my truck though. My truck broke down on me last week. That's what happened to me. I couldn't get on the Hangout because I was dealing with that issue, and I'm still dealing with that issue now. Actually, had some more problems. So I'm at home now. I've got to meet a guy in about 1.5 hours to get some parts from him. So
Great, brother. Thanks for joining us.
yeah, I'll meet him sometime today. Maybe I can put it off, but I got to meet him and get some stuff done. But I think I'll be able to resolve my problem today. That's the good part. You know. But you guys are all looking good. What's up? Did I miss something? Did I miss something big?
Yes.
Well, I'm still doing the little mini videos,
Yeah.
and I did my first live video last week on Facebook, so
Whoa.
that was interesting
Oh,
experience.
that's cool. Yeah, Facebook Live. That's nice.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to do more, but I discovered walking at the park, there seemed to be like a dead zone in there in one section, so I have to make sure that wherever I do it live, that it's not a dead zone.
Yep.
So that's definitely something to learn, because otherwise you just suddenly drop off and you're in the middle of talking, and you could be in mid-sentence and the video ends.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's definitely a learning experience. And I'm hoping to do a much longer one today. But it's raining outside, so I might do it inside. I don't know. I need to get myself into the right mindset, and be prepared with the end in mind, so that I can stay focused and not ramble on. So it's been a great learning experience to do the videos. And when Garen was talking about the videos being a majority on Facebook, I had heard that up to 85% video by the year 2020 on Facebook for posts. I like doing pictures, but I guess we all have to adapt, right?
Yeah.
And excuse me, Lucinda, you had mentioned that you didn't have a cell phone, so you wouldn't be able to do the Facebook Live. But in one of Vic's live Facebook sessions that he did on Facebook, he has figured out how to do it on the computer.
Oh,
That won't stop you anymore.
no.
Is done through Wirecast. And I saw somebody else, excuse me, do it as well through their computer, and I noticed it was Wirecast. And if you get the older version, there's an older version. I'd have to find the link for it, but there's an older version that you can pull up for Wirecast that allows you to do it without having their imprint on it.
Oh,
So I'll see if I can find that link and get it to you.
sure, that would be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then you have no excuse. You could do this.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan, Renee.
Well, I find it really beneficial to do to put yourself out there. I was scared before. I didn't want to show my face or anything, but I'm getting a lot of warm responses to it.
Yep,
And
yep.
combining that with the type of picture post that I do, whether on Instagram or on Facebook, I'm getting a lot more warm responses, not necessarily always public, but private comments and stuff like that. So I feel like, it's definitely one way to start making a difference.
I've seen Carolyn Evaristo start a video for the first time, and
Yes.
looked like she maybe got some inspiration from you. But I know that she's put herself out there too. But it's like I thought maybe she already did videos, but looks like she hasn't. So she's starting, and she started her first one or two, maybe. Yeah, right, Sharon?
Yes. Yeah. I saw that she was outside with her daughter swinging in the swing. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
So it gets easier after that, right?
Oh, yes. It definitely gets easier. Just keep it short to start so that, you're just getting your feet wet and you're getting more comfortable. And then as you get more comfortable, then start expanding on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I agree, because when I listen to your videos, especially the early ones, it was very short, and sometimes wondering to see if you can get a message out in that short time, but you do, and it ends right at the end of the message, and it's done.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's cool.
And this way they also get to know a little bit more about you personality-wise. And if you come across being more sincere and open, but yet with purpose, you know, I think they start to warm up to you and take you a little bit more seriously and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight, of course, and I know I have a long ways to go, but I've already started noticing little differences here and there. So I'm definitely very appreciative of that.
Do you have a YouTube channel with all of your videos?
You know, I keep telling myself I need to upload them to my YouTube channel. Right now they're on Facebook and Instagram, but I need to do. I want to do that IFTTT or whatever that site is, because you can do what they call a recipe, that if you post this on Instagram or this on Facebook, and if it's a video and you want it to go to your YouTube channel, then then it'll do it
Automatically.
automatically. Or you want to send it to Tumblr or to Pinterest and all that. So that would be a major time saver. I've just been mostly focused on learning to do it more regularly and becoming more comfortable with it. And then I was going to start pulling it together and also start sending them in email messages to our list.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Sharon, you wanted to say something about the video, Sharon?
Not about the video. If you guys want to continue that conversation, but I was watching a OMG Anthony Morrison webinar last night, and I have some information that I want to pass along. So I don't want to interrupt the video stuff.
No, go ahead.
Okay. What it was about last night was that Google is changing. Excuse me, is changing their algorithm in May for whether things are mobile responsive or not. And if you go into Google and do a Google search, you will now see where it says mobile mobile friendly right on the ad. And if it's not mobile friendly, it won't show up there. And Google has, if you
I'm sorry,
type in,
I didn't quite get that. What about mobile friendly?
it's on the ads now. If you go in and do a search, you can see that on Google it will now pop up. If your site is mobile friendly, it will say mobile friendly.
Okay.
Right in the, if it is not mobile friendly, then people that have business, especially brick and mortar businesses, are going to be in a lot of trouble if their sites are not mobile friendly, because people are not going to see them. So Google actually put out a new tool, and it's called Mobile Friendly Test. And if you type in Mobile Friendly Test in Google, it'll bring up this site. And what you do is type in the URL, and it will tell you if it is mobile friendly or not.
Okay.
Now, the whole premise behind this is, as of May, and I don't know what date it is in May, if your site is not mobile friendly, it is not going to show up in Google and get ranked.
That's a big opportunity. That's a big opportunity for people who knows how to make websites mobile friendly.
Right. Well, this is the next thing I'm going to tell you. They only talked about a WordPress site, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. But they have this plugin, and it's called Jetpack, Jetpack, by WordPress.com, and it's free. Okay.
Yeah, I have it on mine.
Okay. They are charging a minimum of $350 up to $1,000 contacting businesses that are not mobile friendly, explaining to them, showing them, first of all, they're showing them statistics of what's going on as far as that you need to be mobile, that it's, as of May, it's going to be um, necessary to have it or your ads are not going to show up. And they listed all kinds of stuff that you write in an email to tell these people and say, you know, if you want me to make your site mobile friendly, you know, it's going to charge you, I'll charge you $350 to five. They said the sweet spot's 500. You simply put their URL into this um, this jetpack thing, and it instantly transfers it to be mobile friendly.
So
And
you're saying that that's a company that's doing this, or it's an
no,
opportunity?
it's this app, and it's free, and you do it. But I kept asking them the question: what if somebody doesn't have a WordPress website, which I don't, and many people don't? Then will it work? So as one of the criterias, you have to ask them, have they built their website through WordPress? If they have, this will work and it's free. If they haven't, I don't know. And so, because they said, well, you could just plug it into any site, and I was wondering if you could do that in Site Suite, because I know there's a WordPress thing in there. I've seen it listed before. And I don't know if it's where you would put the plug in there and then it would make Site Suite mobile friendly, because Site Suite as of this point is not. I know there's things that you can do. Garen just got his mobile friendly by, there's a bunch of steps. There's 4 videos you can watch, and I don't quite understand them, so I have to keep watching. But these guys from OMG are charging, like I say, their sweet spot, most of them are charging $500, and it takes 30 seconds to actually do it for people. And then you can upsell them on other things, you know, that you have, other services that you have as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, I mean, do the WordPress plugins work on like ClickFunnels or Site Suite, or does anybody know?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to find that out.
I don't.
Do you have a link to that webinar or not?
No, it was Anthony Morrison. Um, it's a private webinar. But they are going to have a replay of it, and I don't know if I can pass that along. I could try, but I was kind of irritated because I kept asking over and over and over again, you know, what if you don't have a WordPress website? And they refuse to answer because they're trying to sell memberships into OMG.
Also, Anthony Morrison is with OMG also.
Pardon me?
Anthony Morrison is with OMG.
He has joined OMG, and he's been doing some training with them, but he's had them on 2 different seminars, and they're closing OMG now. It's $699 a month or $8,000 for the year, and then there is no more after the year. Then they don't charge you anymore, but they're closing it for 2016, so you can't get in after this. And it was really tempting. They have magnificent stuff in there. I mean, you talk about cutting edge, they're on it. But you know, and they give away free snippets, and they said they had like 5 or 6 different ways that they can make sites mobile friendly, but they only told us about the one.
Yeah, their main focus is SEO, right?
SEO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
on SEO.
yeah, that's.
I mean, they have a lot of great ideas. I just decided I had my hands full with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Maybe next year, if I'm ready, I might do it. But
It's a big learning curve.
It's huge. Well, they do
Yeah.
5 webinars a week, and you know, that was the thing. It's like I'm on information overload right now, and it's like there's no way. You know, I think what they're doing is phenomenal. I think they're, like I say, they're absolute cutting edge. But you know, these little tidbits that they've given, I think, are valuable if you can make them work, you know. But if you have to qualify people and say, you know, if you have a WordPress website, I can make it mobile responsive if you built it. And otherwise, I don't know if it's going to work. But I'm going to contact support and find out, and then I'll let you guys know.
So in the, as we move along, and we had Gary explain to us on what he's doing currently with Facebook training, and not only training but application, and also diving deep. Gary, thanks a lot for that. I was kind of like looking at like somebody like all of us, but especially like somebody like Mike, right? He's still kind of like wondering, you know, where should he go? You know, I'm kind of like thinking that that's what he's thinking about, because after all is said and done, and we graduated from Project Breakthrough, the next big task is what strategy or strategies are we going to use to drive traffic? And I just wanted to uh, ask Darren if he can give some feedback on that a little bit. Because I'm actually studying Facebook and Google myself with the training that I have.
I really encourage you guys to just get into Facebook advertising. Go to this. I'll type in the thing here. Perpetual Traffic Podcast. 30-minute. They have 40 episodes right now, and it's all stuff that is leading edge in Facebook advertising. They're running tons of campaigns. They know what's going on. They even have their own personal high-level service rep.
Can you read that website again?
Can you just type
Okay,
it in the
it's
chat? Because we can't understand you. You're breaking up. Please.
Yeah, that's cool. Ryan Dice is one of the big marketers out there. That's
no. The thing is, we can get to very targeted traffic, and you can build all these audiences that you can retarget. Your cost goes down. Big thing about something called the relevance score, and it's in AdWords also. But if you have a high relevance score, meaning you give a really great user experience in Facebook's eyes, they give you more impressions, and your costs go down, because it's all about user experience. Now I want you to think about what I've been doing now with the review. With the review, I don't have to pitch, and they're saying that Facebook is conversational. It's not pitching. They say direct response marketers have a difficult time on Facebook because they don't understand that Facebook is basically a big party online, and it's just like I'm talking to you right now. That's how that's how you communicate. So I mean, that's one of the mistakes people make, is they get their message wrong, right? That's one of the mistakes they make. So I would say Facebook, and I'll type this in. It's dominate web media. Keith Krantz. And the podcast is called Perpetual Traffic. And it's just awesome.
so that's
And
free.
they have something called Facebook. Yeah, they have something called Facebook Ads University, which at some point, I mean, they give so much value. How could you not want to get part of that? But right now, there's so much there in the Perpetual Traffic podcast. And listen, that's all I did, and I'm ready to test some ads. I've got to complete my videos, but you know, they just say just do it, and the guidelines, their their instructions and are just so. I mean, these are the top people in the field in Facebook advertising. You know, Molly Pittman runs Ryan Dice's campaigns.
Yeah.
So Ralph Burns. Uh, and let me see if I can share some stuff, valuable stuff that I got from these people. The three biggest mistakes that people make. And Molly, I'm not sure if Molly has two T's or one T. Molly Pittman. Yeah, it's a really good. I think you guys are gonna like. You guys are really gonna love it. I mean, the information there from how to get your ad targeting right, your message, flexible targeting, so many different things, video ads, how to set up your campaigns, audience size, all these little details that are important to know to
Karen,
get up. Maybe if you have any questions, maybe that would be best. Yes,
how
Sharon.
does how does that dovetail with Katie's training? Does she cover that stuff too, or not?
Yes, not as much depth. That's why I went to I went back to Katie, and I'm going back and forth, but the majority is Keith, this perpetual traffic podcast, because these people, that's what they do. Facebook advertising is what they do,
So
right? And
is there
Katie's
a
course
charge?
is very, very detailed as well. No,
Okay.
no, none at all.
So we can just go into this podcast and what is it? Just a bunch of videos that we can start watching. How many is there? If
Audios,
oh,
just audios. There are 40, and
wow,
they add to it with. I mean, it's what's happening now. What's happening now, and they guide you like, hey, this is what you can leverage now, and they're really kind of a way of how Facebook keeps unveiling these great tools to help the advertisers.
wow. How'd you find them?
I've been following Keith Krantz for a while, and then it just keeps coming back, and then once I decided I was going to get into Facebook because I couldn't do the AdWords. I said, who's who's going to give me the best value for the information that I need to get going? And it came up Keith Krantz. And then I went on a webinar about 2 weeks ago, and it reaffirmed that. And I just said, okay, this is where I'm going to go to get my information. Because remember, on Vic's training the other night, how to make money, right? The first thing is to invest in yourself, right? So that you can begin to have an experience. You got to learn. Oh yeah, you learn. You invest in yourself. You learn. You get the education, so that you can gain an experience, so that you can teach and lead, so you can make money. So that whole idea of just getting the education, where am I going to go to get the best education for what I want right now, which is I want to know about Facebook advertising. And I came up with Dominate Web Media, Keith Krantz. And also the V-Roll community is awesome in video ad. So I was going back and forth. But the in-depth stuff, Keith Krantz, Dominate Web Media is where you'll find a really, 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 I think you'll just go, oh shit. You're going to really start diving into Facebook advertising like I am.
Dominate web media. Do they have video training also?
I think they do. I don't know. They might have some replays or something. I don't know. I've just been in there right now, just in the podcast, just listening to stuff and taking notes and then going applying them. Because a lot of this stuff, like, knowing audience size, because I've run Facebook traffic before, and sometimes they didn't go, and it was important for me to know what audience size. Because if you have the right number, then you can build up your audience, your interests. Maybe they have 4 interests. But like, for example, Shark Tank, I can just run one ad to that ad set, because it has a large enough audience where I don't have to segment, and that's going to give me really clear data. Because if I have 4 interests, it's going to be difficult to know which one is pulling the best. So if I can have the interest group smaller but still have the large enough audience size to get Facebook algorithms to kick in, it's be good. And they also talk about scaling. About scaling. These people scale too fast. They think if their campaign runs good, they'll just add 10 times as much money to the campaign, and that it's going to perform 10 times as well. So in the Perpetual Traffic podcast, they lay out, this is how you want to scale. You want to go at this certain amount of pace, wait 3 to 5 days, increase it 50% at a time, maybe even let a week to let the algorithms go through. And what's happening is that Facebook is gathering incredible amount of data on everybody, and they're putting it in a way to help advertisers make more money, meaning getting to your target audience, reserving them with ads that are relevant, giving them value, your relevance score goes up. So think about that again, about doing reviews, because you can give value without pitching. And Facebook doesn't want you to pitch. So how are you going to pitch a project breakthrough in a conversational way? Do a review. Hey, I just did a review. This is what you'll find. Because people are looking for information. I know for me right now, obviously, it's just kind of hypothetical. I'm not running any ads yet. But I know how to test them now and not, keep an eye on what they tell you, what numbers to keep an eye on, what met. Yeah. And then I need to make my landing page and site suite mobile responsive. I think the key point, if I can say, is it has to do with the containers. I made some mistakes. For example, let me see if I can explain this. For example, I had on my landing page where I had a video on one section and a text in the next section. So little containers. Do you get that image? Can you? Like on the landing page, there's a video or maybe an image, and right next to it some text. Do you get that image? Can you hear me? So then what that is what they want in order to, what I did was I took a video element and a text element and put it together. In order to make it mobile responsive, you got to put a double container in there and put a container in each of those two, and then put the video in the first container and the text in the second container. That's basically what you have to do. And I did a video element.
You're breaking up, Darren. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I can repeat. So did you get the part that I had an element like a video next to a text element? There's 2 elements side by side. Did you get that? So the way that mobile responsive goes, add a double container there, then add a container into one container and add a container in the next container, then put the video element in the single container and the text in the other single container. That makes it mobile responsive. And some other tweaks of the padding, reducing the padding as much, and there's just a couple other things, but that is kind of the main thing that I found out why my page was all wonky on the mobile device. It was like split in half, and it was blank, and it has to do with centering a lot of the elements once they're in the proper containers, once you set the structure up. But that's the basic structure that is going to allow you to give that
Hey, Garen.
mobile responsiveness. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
actually, I just was thinking about it, and the value that you have and the expertise you have would be good if we can actually, if not this forum, if we can get on Hangout going, that people would want to really focus on Facebook marketing with you, and if they're actually studying and training also, then that way they can actually, we can all share the Facebook stuff. Um,
I,
I would,
I
I would,
think
I would,
that's a
I
good
would appreciate.
idea.
Maybe if we have time, maybe you could, and other people who have interest and time, because it's so, it's the current thing right now that you would recommend, and I do too. That Facebook is something that's worth going into real deep. That I think we should possibly maybe look at formulating a kind of a training kind of hangout for that. I don't know how you guys feel because I know everybody's overloaded, but I mean, if we get deep into that, at least we can kind of like talk the same language. Um,
Yeah, I think I think and work for me. I just made the decision that I'm just going to focus on Facebook advertising because I spent 10 weeks trying to get a thing on YouTube ads.
no, I know with Google you're
Okay,
talking about.
I didn't work. Yeah, Google AdWords. So anyway, now it just kind of, it just kind of fell in my lap, and I just kind of looked at it, and I was looking at the information that was there, and I just said, oh shit. Here, for example, here's one of the statistics that these guys said that now Facebook video ads are equally viewed on desktop as they are on YouTube. On mobile device, Facebook is killing YouTube. Why? Because people are on their phones. Facebook. Now they have Facebook Live. Now we can do engagement. Hey guys, wow, it's so cool to be here. Hey, I just did this review of this cool training. You can check it out here.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything's integrated. How everything is integrated in Facebook the way that I see it for what I want to do. And
no,
it's like blowing my mind because the opportunity is like massive.
it is, isn't it?
And things like perpetual traffic podcasts, what I say is just go dive in there. And then we can have a conversation as you start thinking about like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do to set things up. But there's some things from Vero. Maybe I'll shoot a little bit of, to set up like, they recommend setting up a business manager where you can manage your fan page with your ads and to use the Power Editor. I'll review that, maybe shoot something, and so you can set your accounts up. Right. And then have a Facebook fan page, and then we can just start. You see how everything is going to weave in together. Your fan page, Facebook Live, your funnels, and everything becomes integrated. And really, I heard you guys talking about video, Renee talking about video. One thing that I do is just like rehearse, just do a lot of them. And for like before I shot my videos yesterday, I just sat with my voice recorder on my phone and just recorded myself doing it over and over and over and over again. And then when I turned the camera on, boom, 1 or 2 takes done, right? So I think that's one of the ways that I use it. Just keep rehearsing what you want to say, and then you get to hear your own voice. And then when you get to video, it's whatever you can do is just repetition, right? Repeat, repeat, repeat. So yeah, I'd be open to I
Well,
think it's a good idea to really get into this.
why don't you take the initiative to set that up then, Gary, and invite people who would want to join you, and then you just set up a date and time, and if this guy is interested enough, I think they would make the time to come because I would join you myself because I'm studying Facebook too.
Yeah,
So I'm just saying
yeah.
that
So The
That way,
first thing
when you come to the hangout, you can talk the same language, and everybody's pretty much knowing that if you come talk about Facebook or come and you know, hear what you got to share, and we're gonna do some training, and do some actual training instead of just reporting,
Yeah, because I'm still, I still want to see what happens when I drive some traffic to Project Breakthrough. I really, seeing what different things are out there, like you guys get a lot of things coming to you and you're checking things out, and just to be able to kind of find our way through it, I think takes some kind of focus and decision. For example, I was on the biggest launch of 2016. I saw a replay last night. And there's like David Sharp and Aaron Rashkin, Tony Rush. These are multimillionaires in Empower Network, right? And other seven-figure earners. I think Miles had a link for that hangout. But what it was, I was just like waiting to see what it was, and it was they're promoting Kangen Water, the network marketing company Kangen Water. And I thought, oh my, really? And for me, I was just, anyway, just like there's so much going on. You just have to focus on what the heck we want to do and just dive in. So
That's
I
true.
was just really grateful that I couldn't get onto YouTube AdWords. So it showed me Facebook. And within a week and a half, or less than a week, in this past week, I am where I am right now, all kind of like eager to learn more and more importantly, test ads, and build a custom audience automatically. Here's the other thing with you, if you do video ads, Facebook automatically creates a custom audience if a person watches 3 seconds of your video. If they watch 95% of your video, they go into an automatic other custom audience that well, 95% stuff. You see how beautiful it becomes. And you can also, you can select, I want to know who watches 25% of my videos, or 50%, or 75%. And you can market just like VJ Funnel, wherever people are in relation to your videos. Like VJ Funnel is going to let us know where people are in the funnel. Facebook does the same thing. So I think, to start, just go to perpetual traffic and start perusing and listening and gathering and learning, and then you can teach it and apply it. Because I think it's a really, really good opportunity. You can tell I just like totally eager to
I follow what you're
start
saying,
it
man.
here.
I follow what you're saying. I follow what you're saying as far as us going following up with that. But also at the same time, I would hope that we also have a different hangout to discuss Facebook only, because if not, then guys that really not into it or not really following it, the jargon does not relate to them, and so the
That's
information that
right.
you guys will be talking about on the hangout not going to be relevant to people who's not studying it. So that's why I'm saying that it's fine that we go and go study the dominant web and go listen to those podcasts if we want to do it separately. But if we want to talk about it more dominantly on the hangout, we should do them on a separate hangout so everybody understand the same jargon. I don't know what you guys
Okay.
if you guys agree or
I
not.
mean, that
It
I'd
should
be
be a
happy to
good
do this
should be a
because
good
here's the
concept,
thing.
because if not, then one person would be saying a lot of things, and it's going to go over our head as far as what the hangout is being discussed. Or we're going to have to catch up. But if the person, like you're saying, is really interested, and they go to Dominate Media, and then you guys go to a hangout to talk about it, it'll be more worth the time of both persons. You're talking, the other person listening, the other person talking, you're listening. Don't you agree?
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. And I think it'll be really helpful to me because what's going to happen here is when we start running some Facebook ads, you know, we're going to get numbers and we're going to want to know, well, what does this mean, or how can I, you know, it's about optimizing, right, and paying attention, and you know, it's the next level for maybe a lot of you is running actually some ads and monitoring your ads. And what's good is that Facebook has a lot of great data that you can look at, you know, where you really can hone down.
Yeah, definitely.
So what I'll do first is let me write that down. I'll send you the questions. I'll post the questions to your ideal avatar that Molly Pittman uses, a digital marketer, and what I use to get my target marketed, so I know what interest groups I want to go after, and then how I can craft my message for that group. So I'll write those questions and post those in the Hangout. And then I'll think about a time, maybe you guys just get into perpetual traffic. Why don't we just kind of do that for a week? And I
Sound
should
good?
be getting my stuff running soon, and then I'll have some kind of experience to how things um, are going. You know what I mean? I'll have some stats.
Oh, that'd
And
be cool. That'd be cool, Darren. I
but
think that way when we
because it takes it.
yeah.
What I think is going to be necessary, just get your Facebook set up properly to start running some ads, get familiar with Power Editor. That's one of the things is cool in V-Roll. They kind of walk you all through that as campaigns. But I can take some of that information and shoot our own videos and then share it with you guys.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, because what we got, you know, I'm really eager too with this VJ funnel to start running traffic there. Because if it is Google applied, then I'm open to running YouTube ads to that funnel, right? If it's Google compliant, they say it's Google compliant, but let's see when you know, I have a certain record now with the reps there at AdWords. I don't know, but. I think there's some good things happening, and I really want to just power that out and get as much traffic and interest, because the more audience and people that we have in that Project Breakthrough, the more opportunity there is for people to participate in EntreLife. Right? So I'm still holding that vision that Vic set up, that you know the idea is get as much traffic to our funnel as possible, and so that the numbers give us the opportunity to maximize that. For that entrepreneurial event, the breakthrough event in August. So any about that? And so the other strategy is the Insta opt-ins, and I have up viral. So here's how I'm going to incorporate. Once I get these ads going, I'm writing an ebook. You know, Vic on the other day said, "Don't do ebooks.
Yeah.
Ebooks are old." But it's working for Ella, and it's working for Katie and other people to get leads at a very low cost. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once I have that, then I can have a reward, something to give away. And that's what you need for Up Viral, for people to share what you want them to do. Then you give a reward. So now when I have an ebook, I have a reward. I put the Up Viral on the thank you page of the Project Breakthrough funnel. You share this link, which sends them back to the landing page with 5 people, and it unlocks this reward. You get my free ebook on blah, blah, blah. Or something of value, right? Maybe it's, I thought about this yesterday, a 5 video series on 5 different days of Project Breakthrough review, or helpful tips or something like that. Whatever the reward is, and then when they share that, it's automatically free traffic to the front, to the landing page, to the front of the funnel. So it's another part of the automation and getting more free traffic by giving stuff away. And what's cool about Up Viral is that you can set up email sequences. So let's say if you share this with 5 people and they opt in on my landing page, this unlocks this reward for you. You can say, oh, one person just in, you just have 4 more to go, and your reward is unlocked. You can communicate people like you can at VJ funnels at different stages, wherever they may be, because the system takes care of that. So then it creates a relationship there and encourage people to share more. So these are the strategies that I'm implementing. You know, I'm thinking about and implementing to create a very automated system. Because once they get into the funnel, then then Vic and Jason do the rest of the selling. Whenever you get a chance, I would say immediately set 30 minutes a day and dive into the podcast. And I'll put together the how to set up the business manager. I'll go do some research on that. I'll put together a video for you guys how to set up a business manager and the Power Editor.
How long are the podcasts?
30 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, that's cool. I appreciate that. We got about 7 more minutes. Anybody else would like to? Anybody else have something they wanted to close with before we close out? Well, what I wanted to say is I wanted to reiterate about what Garen is sharing, and if we want to hold on. I wanted to reiterate what Garen was sharing, that I kind of like thinking that it's good that we come to our hangout and we share, but how can we have, if we wanted to do it on this hangout, it's fine because of our time constraints, but how can we have a place to come in and actually apply or train about one certain strategy? You're talking about up viral, you're talking about opt-ins, instant opt-ins, you're talking about Facebook. How can we actually dive in maybe one session or 1 month and actually go through that and talk the same language? And then that way we can come out of the hangouts with actually things that we can actually go and apply. And I think that our time would be well spent. I would come to a hangout like that. We can do that on this hangout. We can do it on another hangout. What do you guys think? I wanted to bring that up right now because I'd like to walk away from our hangouts without not only just reporting what's updates, but what we got from them and what we can go take for the week, test them out, and come back. I know we got small stuff, like we can go do our videos, we can, go study our little things, but I know Gary talking about some specifics that would be great to actually dive into. I'd like to get some feedback on that.
Not exactly sure what you're meaning there. Can you make it a little clearer on what it is you're referring to?
What I'm referring to is, why don't we, like, when Gary's talking about Facebook, it's kind of going over my head because I haven't gotten to that level yet. Do you guys understand everything that he's saying?
More or less.
Most of it.
Do you? So you actually go back to your computer and apply what he's saying, or you just kind of like know what he's talking about? What I'm saying is that I'd like to get more out of our hangouts than just reporting hello, goodbye. An hour and a half has gone by, and we're coming back next week for the same thing. But Garen's coming here with some real meat. And how can we actually come back, take it out, but it's jumbled. It's Garen coming here with real meat, but then we get little reports here and there, so it's kind of mixed. So do you understand what I'm saying, Lucinda?
Um,
Not yet.
not really 100%. I just wonder, like if we would all have to work on something, whether we wanted to research it or not at that time.
That's great. If we're
Yeah.
offering a separate training and you don't want to participate, that's fine. We
Mhm.
can just come back to this hangout and we can talk about what we usually do anyway every week.
Mhm.
That's fine. We're not forcing you to go to a different hangout if you don't agree with what we're going to talk about. What I'm
Mhm.
saying is that if we have some great stuff to train on and talk the same language, why don't we do it separately on a different hangout? That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, separate hangout sounds probably more doable because
Yeah.
I think we all of us need to also have the format that it's been,
Right.
in order to share experiences and to
Mhm.
encourage and so forth and so on.
Right.
And then as far as the technical stuff goes, that's great also. Um,
Yes.
Not everybody's going to be interested in it, and so having a separate hangout for that probably would be best.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Only reason why I brought it up that we can do it to this hangout. I don't know if you guys want to do a separate hangout, but if anybody, if like Darren would be able to, um, um, pretty much lead that hangout, then let's go to a hangout like that, and we can train on one subject for a month. We can change the next subject for the next month, and we can track it as we go and see what we're learning. Because over here is more like reporting, giving tips and nuggets, and that hangout would be more specific to what we train on, right?
Mhm.
I think that,
I
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
well, I was about to mention you actually. Uh, I think that Garen comes with so much good information, and he delivers so many really tangible facts about things, and he comes with so much that, quite honestly, I get overwhelmed by the amount, by the volume of good stuff. I got notes right here. I've been writing down, and I got a lot of notes. I mean, I really do like the amount of information, but when you have so much, and the information is so overwhelming, it's sort of hard to apply things. You know what I mean? It's like one day I was talking to Sharon, and I told Sharon my big about my big strategy on how I'm going to succeed in this business, and my internet dreams, as far as having my website, and having my website applying to the business I'm already in and how much I understand about it. And
Hmm.
I went and I had a conversation with her on the phone about that. And I just went on and on and on, and I told her about the whole process that I'm going to go through. And she said, "Tap your brakes, man. You really just need to just slow down and arrange all these things, write them down, have a strategy on how you can attack one thing after another, after another, after another." And quite honestly, that's what I did. That was 3 weeks ago. And it was such a great eye opener for me that it really put me on a path of just slowing down and just making really good decisions on every step of the strategy that I want to use in
Hmm.
order to implement my big plan. It also gave me enough time to slow down and learn more about what I'm doing, because I was about to spend $35,000 on somebody developing a website for me. And what I did was I discovered that, hey, I can do this website myself. I mean, I don't have to spend all that money to do this, and I can start it off slow with a website that I designed, and I can do it for practically a little bit of money. I can afford to pay for that, for starting it with just a little bit of money, under a couple of $100, and then I can let it grow as I start gaining momentum, and I start getting the attention of the people that I'm targeting. And then the more people I get, if it becomes apparent that I need to have more technology applied to it, then I do it then. But what I was about to do would have been a huge waste. And it's not even tested yet. I mean, Vic always tells us before you put a whole bunch of money into something, you need to test it. You need to make sure that this is working. You make sure you got some effective reaction out of what it is that you're doing. And so it gave me a chance to really slow down and have a much, much better plan. I have so much more confidence in what I'm doing now, and I'm educating myself every day, and I really have my notes. And I didn't have all that before. All I had was a strategy on just putting a lot of money in it and just throwing money at this thing and just making it just start working. And there was no guarantee that it would, but I just had confidence that I had enough to make it work. Now I know for certain that doing it slow, taking my time, planning it better, and having a real strategy on doing it the right way is the best way. And then take a step, test it, make sure it's effective, take another step, make sure it's effective, and then go and take that route. Because overall, I have an enormous strategy on how to dominate this thing, on how to do it well. But what I was about to do, as I said, like I'm reiterate one more time, it was the wrong approach. And I thank you, Sharon, for giving me a chance to have your opinion and have somebody just say, wait a minute, man, this is so much. I mean, you got so much going on that really it's just blowing me away. I mean, I'm hearing all of this, but you really haven't given me a roadmap, a straight path to what you want to do and made it simple. And you didn't do that. You need to do that.
Yeah.
I think I've done it now.
One of
I
the
think I
things
have it.
one of the things that I told Mike was, I mean, he's got this big vision in his head, and I told him it doesn't matter how big his vision is, if he doesn't get it down on paper so he can break it down into steps as to what he wants to do, it's never going to happen because, again, it's overwhelming. And so we talked about, what are his, top 3 priorities and what he needs to do, and sit down and write out that game plan. And like with his website, he was going to do this big website. And it's like, you don't need all that right now, so figure out what you really do need. Start with the basics, and as you add people, then add to your website as it goes. So we had quite the conversation because he's got phenomenal ideas, and it just, he was talking on the big picture, and he needed to get it down to the basics of how he was going to complete each task. And so I suggested, that he start writing out his top 3, what they are, what he needs to do, and what steps he's going to take to implement to make it happen. So I'm glad that's working because I haven't heard from you, and I've been really curious. So, and
Well,
go ahead.
oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just
Yeah,
going to say
it's great
that's kind of
information.
what JJ is saying, because this group, you all know how I feel about this group, and the information that we get each week I think is so, so valuable. I think what JJ is saying, that we want to keep this group together, we want to keep the nuggets, we want to keep the information flowing, but for people that want specifics, for instance, working with the face group or working with PPC or the other areas that other people are doing, and if we can have separate hangouts just to focus on that, then I think that's an outstanding idea. I'm totally for that because, again, it's the same thing with Mike. It's like we all have a big picture, but if we can't get it down to, really taking action and knowing what our why is for doing this and start bringing in money so we can have results. And the thing is that the better that we understand it, then we can teach others. And we can't teach others unless we know it ourselves. So I'm all for what you're saying, JJ.
I concur with that too, JJ. I think you're right. And remember, if you read between the lines, I think Vic and Jason are concerned about saturation in the Project Breakthrough funnel.
Yeah.
And I think that what they're trying to direct us toward are just using the strategies that they're teaching with Project Breakthrough and the skills that we're learning actually for free and apply those things to other things. This is what they're telling us to do. You know, they're not saying, you know, hey, try to sell our stuff that is within this funnel. Keep on trying to do that, because I don't think that's the right strategy for me. I don't know about the rest of you, but I mean, I know that if I were to land on this page, and then I were directed toward this funnel, man, I'd have sticker shock. I'm just gonna be honest with you on the prices of some of these items that we're expected to be able to sell. Now, I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that, but I know that for my budget, you know, I can't go there. I know one thing is that I can sell things with this strategy that I'm learning that are across the board when it comes to prices. And I think that what they're trying to do is teach us how to market the right way online. That's how I take it. And you can apply that to anything. Just recently, just a few minutes ago, my wife and I were discussing this. If you could see my keyboard is kind of jacked up on this computer. So I use this keyboard here. It's because I let my window down, and my computer got wet. My keys got wet, and so only half of them work. Okay, only half of them work. And then so I went home and I got the hairdryer, and then I burnt the daggone rest of the keys with the hairdryer trying to dry it, right? So I messed up, right? So I just went on a website I just Googled keys for my website, for my computer, and I discovered, hey, there are people who are selling even the keys to my computer for like $1.50 a piece for the keys. I mean, that just shows you that people are selling everything. I bet you can get, you can buy a bag of bullshit online. I bet you if it would grow grass better. I mean, there's so much stuff that we can sell using these strategies that I think that this is what Vic is saying. Hey, and then he free website out there, a free video series on YouTube called Total Domination Engineering. Total Domination Engineering, in my opinion, being free is just as powerful as Project Breakthrough, if you ask me. There are so many strategies that he tells you about on that can be applied to a lot of this stuff. So that, when it comes down to trying to get traffic with all these other strategies like Facebook and YouTube and all these other things, he actually teaches you for free how to do it using other methods. And so you just got to check out Total Domination Engineering, and it'll open your eyes as to who, how cool Vic really is, and some of the things that he has been teaching for years.
Yep.
Business, it would completely go viral if I just applied just Total Domination Engineering strategies to my marketing and list building. It's so powerful, and you just have to. I won't go rattling off into what I learned there. Just check it out for yourself. It's on YouTube. Total Domination Engineering. But there's a lot here. This is an amazing business to be in, having an online business, but having HTA and learning from HTA, it changed the game for me. So I hope that you guys can roll with that. I hope I'm not
No, totally. I could totally roll with that. That was awesome. Yeah, I totally agree. And that's what I like about Vic and Jason is, and even Josh, hey, I'm not going to tell you exactly. You got to go out there and think for yourself. You got to be creative in applying these strategies to whatever you want to do to build your business. Right? So I totally in alignment with that, and that's what I'm up to. That's what I want to do, and have that outcome like Vic has, where he built a business into being able to remove himself from the business, and the business continue to money. That's my outcome. So everything that kind of having that bigger picture is allowing me to kind of put the strategy together. because I think that's what it's really about, us becoming self-reliant entrepreneurs, online marketers.
Yeah, definitely. And Gary,
So I think maybe setting up a, go ahead.
well, what I was going to say is that, I see your excitement and I see your efforts. And, I mean, if you guys understand what a container within a container means with Facebook, I didn't. So that's all I was addressing is that, if we get on Hangout, because I'm studying Facebook myself, and we get on Hangout and you talk about what you're talking and I'm talking about what I'm talking, we can help each other with what we're learning. And everybody who's learning
Mm.
about Facebook can contribute. Um, right now, it seems like not everybody can contribute at their level. So if you're talking about containers within containers on the ads, and maybe somebody can follow you, I couldn't follow you, so that's all I'm asking in regards to. But what I like is I like your excitement, and I see that you're doing it. So why don't we jump on another hangout, and why don't we just work on that? Don't have to be right now, but I'm talking about why don't we do something like that for those that are interested. Not everybody will jump on it. I mean, but for those that could follow,
Yeah, no, I
just,
totally
yeah,
with me because I think more experiences that we're having on the platform will give us a better idea in our own evolution, our own growth, on how to utilize that platform.
I think it
So I
would be
think it
good
would be
that,
very helpful for me,
yeah,
and also I think it'd be something we can create. We can give that content away. Uh, I'm always thinking of what kind of value can I give away now that I have this up viral platform to create a viral push for what I'm offering.
well, even with up viral,
Rewards, value.
not everybody know what up viral is
Yeah,
about.
it's all
So,
about yeah. Well, basically, it's a platform that creates a viral um, activity for you by having people share a link for a reward for something of value that you give away,
yeah,
right? So then it becomes like a contest.
yeah.
And what's cool about it is the platform has, like I said, these email where you can follow up with people. You can preset your autoresponder, and it's just brilliant. I mean, another brilliant tool. I mean, I'm finding what I'm interested in is tools that are going to leverage my efforts and give me really great results, whether it's traffic or whatever my outcome is. And I looked at that and I thought, wow, this
Yeah,
is
awesome.
something that I'm at on to the overall system, right? Because you just want to create this automated system,
Have you tried?
right? Scale, leverage, and automate.
Have you started
I
using
haven't. I
Viral?
ha- no, I haven't yet. I mentioned that's my next thing because the reward. I'm thinking about rewards. Maybe I can compile some my project breakthrough videos, uh, PowerPoint videos as a reward. I'm kind of waiting to like build the book to do that reward
Mm,
and set into my system.
yeah, I'll have
But
to be.
I don't have results. I haven't tested that one out yet. But
I
that
didn't
is a
try it.
strategy
I
that
didn't think it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Katie Lendl is using that strategy. Her
I
strategy
saw
is
that,
using for the paid traffic and then using the up viral to get free leads and traffic,
and that's working well.
targeted leads. Yeah,
Yes, it's working
that's the
very well for
strategy
her.
she's using, right? And Facebook advertising. Facebook advertising Insta opt-ins with up viral creating because she has a lot of content she can give away. She has products to give
Hmm.
away. It's just a matter of having stuff that would share stuff, share your information. Share, for example, my review, my landing page of Project Breakthrough. They got value. They like it. they'll share it because I'm going to give them something else if they do. So
Okay,
it's
guys.
part of like taking advantage of social nature of people. I think.
When we started the hangout today,
But do you think about it when we can do a different hangout for that Facebook ads? Why don't we why don't we just hold off for a week if you don't mind? I kind of want to get into this, and it'll give you time to get into the perpetual traffic podcast and familiarize yourselves with some of the terminology and this ideas, the wealth of ideas that they share, and it'll open up. I think give you a bigger overview of what's possible for you with Facebook advertising.
sure, Darren, sounds good, bro.
About what I'm thinking about, right, is to go on what you were saying, Mike, about being independent and selling whatever you want. But it's about creating our own world, creating our own community, and like today, I'm going to implement the strategy of the inner circle email. And Sharon has done that, right? That's going to get the targeted, that small 4% that's going to give us whatever 90% of our results, right? Those small group of people that will be opening up your emails.
Hey,
And
Darren.
if we
Darren,
show them how to generate traffic, yes.
you know why you kind of delayed your it's kind of delayed. So, but I'm closing out on my side, guys. I gotta go. I'll just stop the
Okay.
broadcast, and you guys can continue to hang out. But I'll see you guys later. I gotta go.
JJ, JJ,
Yeah, we're all cool. We close it.
Sharon, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I won't be able to review with you today, but I'm gone.
okay, that's what I
I'll
was going
talk
to
to you
ask.
soon. Okay.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Sure. Aloha.
Bye.